Hello, it is Carrie Murphy with InspiredLiving.tv, and I am so excited and honored to be a part of this unconference and part of what Allison Bird is putting out into the world. And that means you are up to some pretty spectacular things yourself. I am going to be sharing with you today how to skyrocket your business using video. Because video velocity is really about skyrocketing your business, taking you and your message to the next level. Because if you're here, I'm just going to guess that you have a burning in your belly to have a great impact on this planet. That you feel like you have gone through maybe some really challenging times that have brought you to a new level of consciousness and a new awareness and a new heart for serving others. You can often feel like the best kept secret. Like, why can't I find my tribe? Why is it so hard to make money and get clients and grow my brand? And often it's because people don't know about you. Marketing's been around forever, and actually video has been around forever. Think about just standard commercials, right? It's always been a way for us to reach our target market. But now with the internet and the ability to have multiple channels to broadcast you and your message, it can be overwhelming. I mean, my clients come to me like, Carrie, the thought of video makes me want to go back to bed. Like what to say, how to say it, hair and makeup. I understand it's a big undertaking, but this is what I also understand. That when you learn how to use video effectively, not only will you skyrocket your business, but you will feel such a sense of accomplishment because you are serving so many more people. And leveraging what you do is so amazing when you can learn to stop trading time for dollars. And so I talk about 5 different types of videos that you can use in your business, and I'll touch on that briefly today. But in this video, I'm going to really share with you how to use video, how to authentically use this thing called a camera lens to reach out there and grab the people who are looking for you online. 8 out of 10 views online are video. And Inc. actually just came out with an article a few months ago, and they wrote that 67% of people are more likely to buy a product or service after watching a video. But here is what was really staggering and amazing to me was that less than 27% of brands were actually using video effectively. It blew my mind. And it was that aha for me that's like, okay, it's a noisy marketplace. We have Periscope, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat. I mean, there's a new app every day for you to get out there. It's how you put yourself out there. It's not just, let's just contribute to the noise. Let's just throw up on people and just say whatever we want to say, how we want to say it. No, it's about having a strategy. It's about knowing your brand. It's about knowing your message, and most importantly, who you're talking to. So again, today, I'm going to share with you really how you can use video to skyrocket your business and some easy ways that you can use video that feel really good to you, and the people watching will love it too. Because we've all seen those videos that are just perfect. And no one connects to perfect. So that is tip number 1. When you're getting ready to shoot videos, you know, it's how we prepare, understanding our message and our brand, and all of those things are very important. But so often when I work with clients, they come to me and they have written out scripts or they have practiced over and over again. And unless you're a seasoned actor, and I know because I used to work and develop actors, that's a skill set. It's not easy to memorize something and say it with true, authentic meaning. And that's not your role. So this version of perfection, of saying everything right, is impossible because there's no such thing as perfection. And the more you focus on being perfect, the more of a barrier you build between you and your target audience. So I often say the P in perfection stands for poison. It's poisonous to you and it's poisonous to your community. So forget about it. Stop trying to be perfect. What I really want you to focus on, and this is a really good exercise, is write down your characteristics that make you you. You know, if you ask 5 friends to describe you, what would they say? What make up you? You know, Allison is such a great example, and I love her so much because she is bold and unapologetic, and she stands for something so great. And Allison probably has tons of people that love her and maybe some people that don't. But like Dr. Seuss says, it's none of your business what people think about you. And that is the chatter that goes on in our mind when we're trying to be perfect. What we're really saying is, I want everyone to like me. Newsflash, not everyone's going to like you. And that's awesome because you don't need everyone. You just need the people who are right for you. And like attracts like, right? So I know for me, the clients that I work with, I love them. They are committed to excellence. They want to make a huge difference in the world. They are kick butt at what they do, and they want a bigger platform to share their message. Huh, sounds a little like me. And let me just share a little bit about my background for those of you who are wondering, who in the world is this Carrie Murphy? I wanted to be on camera since I was a little girl. You know, I had a grandmother that looked like Marilyn Monroe. I did not get those genes, but I grew up in entertainment. My uncle was an entertainer. We just have that entertainment gene in our blood. So I started modeling and acting at the really wonderful age of 11, but it ignited this spark in me. And it has really always been something that I have been drawn to. And it's really funny how when you are drawn to something or you know you're meant to do something, the more you put it to the side and say, I'll do it later, the more it shows up and keeps smacking you in the head, right? You know what I'm talking about, because so many of you have maybe put away or put aside what it is that you really want to do in the world. And now you're committed to doing that. So I've always been on camera off and on. I started my first business at 23. I was an interior designer, and I was the expert on our local morning show for interior design. So I still fulfilled that need in me to get out there and share my message again on camera. And then I actually had the opportunity to purchase a talent agency that I went through as a kid. And we grew quickly. I managed 500 models and actors and had agents. And it was really an amazing time in my life and something I never thought I would stop doing. But like I said, sometimes when you ignore that higher calling for yourself, a door slams. And in 2009, a door slammed very abruptly. And I found myself broke and emotionally broken and really not sure what I was going to do next in my life. But I did know that there was something greater. I did. I knew that that wasn't going to be the end of me. I just didn't know what the next beginning was. And so I moved out to LA and started to pursue this lifelong dream of being an on-camera host. And I worked on E! and MTV and TV Guide, but I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. So waiting for someone to give me a job was so painful. Why am I telling you all this? Because I know what it feels like to put yourself out there. And I've had people say great things and people say not so great things. But you know what? I got my first national job as a host through someone finding me on YouTube. Here's the thing. You can't be found if you don't show up. I'm going to say that one more time. You can't be found if you don't show up. So that fear, that chatter, that need to be perfect is truly getting in your way of making such a great contribution and influence out there. So let's just get over that. Let's just say, you know what, who am I? Figure out who you are, what you stand for. Be bold, be a disruptor. Like you don't have to do what everyone else is doing in this online marketplace. Find your rhythm, find what makes you you, and people will follow you. Just this week, I had someone reach out and say, Carrie, I've been following you for a while, ever since your interview with so-and-so, and it's just, you don't know the impact you're making. And that is the wonderful thing about video, is that you are building relationships with people that you don't even know about. And when they're ready, they will find you. And top talent agencies right now actually have people, full-time agents. All they do is scour the internet, look on YouTube for the next expert. If you want to be seen as that celebrity expert in your industry, which I can't wait to talk more about when I come to the conference, how you show up is how you're perceived. So what are you putting out there? How are you positioning yourself? And that goes into my second tip with using video. You know, you don't want to just press record and just start talking from the hip, right? You want to stand for something and you really want to know your message. And your message comes from understanding who you're serving. And again, working with hundreds of entrepreneurs, when they come to me, they think they're speaking with everyone. And I'm like, oi, vey, you are not speaking to everyone. When you try to reach everyone, you reach no one. So that is the next step for you when you're using video to grow your business. It is being very, very clear with who you're speaking to. You are not speaking to many, you are speaking to one person through that lens, eye to eye, heart to heart, belly to belly, talking to them like it really matters. Being authentic in your space, emotionally connected to what you're saying is absolutely 100% what's going to make you stand out online. If you are just talking like everyone else, buy my thing, do this, it doesn't resonate, right? It's a gazillion people selling their widgets, and there's nothing wrong with that. We need your products and services, but it's all in the how you do it. And part of that is understanding who you are talking to. So getting over perfection and understanding who you're talking to and narrowing that market to the one person who needs you most. And you know what? That takes away a lot of the pressure and fear when it comes to being on camera. When you know you're just speaking to one person and you're not speaking to millions at a time, you breathe a little bit easier, don't you? So again, I want you to think about who is your ideal client. Get really clear on their demographic and their psychographic. And the psychographic is what's going on in their mind, how they're thinking, what's showing up in their life. Their demographic is where do they live? How much do they make? Just think for a minute. Would you speak to a mother of four differently than a single executive? Would you speak to a man differently than you would a woman? Would you speak to someone in their 20s different than someone in their 50s? The answer is yes and yes, right? So it's, again, super, super important that you understand that you're speaking to one person. Now, does that mean that you can't speak to multiple people or serve more than that? No. It's the ripple effect, right? You throw that pond, don't throw the pond, good luck with that. Throw that pebble in the pond and you will reach more people, right? I love working with men. My target market is women. Right? Okay. So really understanding your target market and speaking to one. Now, when I work with people, we shoot their video for their website. They're so excited. They've learned how to be authentic. They are on a high. But then what happens? Yep, exactly. Nothing. And that is heartbreaking to me because I know that the key to video and really video velocity is consistency. Is understanding that people now, because we're so inundated with information and we're like squirrel, squirrel, like, bright shiny object everywhere, they could watch you for 8 seconds and turn off. They could watch you for 3. They could watch you for a minute and then get distracted. So if you're only putting out one video or a couple videos, or you're putting out like a video every other month or whenever, and then you're like, oh, video doesn't do anything for me. Well, duh. It's because you need to be consistent with your marketing. Anyone in marketing would tell you that, and video is no different. So when we work together, we'll really look at your marketing strategy, your campaign, where you're putting your videos to. Is YouTube the right channel for you? Everyone should have a YouTube channel, by the way, just for SEO purposes. It's owned by Google. So you definitely want to have a YouTube channel. But then figuring out, where else should your videos be seen? Are they on your website? Are they part of your blog? Are they on Facebook? Do you do Facebook Live? Do you do Periscope? So really understanding where your market is and how and where they're showing up, and then being in front of them all the time. Again, you might reach one, but if it's the one that needs you, that's one more client that you didn't have last month. Very exciting, right? So really understanding you need to be consistent with your videos. It is so important, and it will be a complete game changer for you. Now, part of that consistency too, and this is the next tip for you, is to establish your brand. When you see Allison, when you go to my website, inspiredliving.tv, everything is very branded. And that, it's easy for people to resonate with that. So I want you to think about, for you, when it comes to your videos, your intros and outros, we call those bumpers. Are they professional? If you want to be seen as the expert in your industry, are you showing up like you're not? A great example is I used to run the Oregon Women's Conference, and I would have hundreds of people submit to speak. And I would go to their websites, and the applications were amazing. I'm like, wow, they do all this and they do this. And then I'd go to their website and it was horrible. Or there were no videos of them speaking. I had no idea how they were going to show up. And if I'm going to invest in bringing them out to my conference and putting them in front of hundreds of people that I've brought together, I need to know, right, that they are the authority, that they're going to show up and really impact and give great results to the people in the room. It's the same thing with you. When people go to your website, when they finally click on your video and they're going to learn more about you, are you consistent with your brand across the board? It really, I know it can seem like a lot, but when you get clear on these things, what make you you? What makes you different? How are you a disruptor? How are you standing out? And then you're just clear and consistent with that message, you will find success. You will find people who can't wait to be a part of your community. So understanding who you are is just as important as understanding who you're talking to. But on camera, speaking to the person who needs you and not speaking about you is what's important. Okay, I don't know if that made sense, so I'm just going to say it one more time. Knowing who you are is just as important as knowing who your ideal client is. But so many people, when they're on camera, just talk about them, what they've been through, what their thing is, what programs they offer, how they help people, without understanding the need of the client they're talking to. And that's what you want to address first off in your videos. And that's a huge tip for you, is when you're shooting videos, start with the why. And the why is what's in it for me. WIFM, easy for you to remember. What's in it for me, and me being the person who's watching you on the other side. So, understanding what you stand for and then understanding why they should watch. So start with the why, like I did today. You feel like you're the best kept secret. You're here on this earth to reach more people, and you're like, how do I do it? How, Carrie? Right? That's the why. I didn't start with, hi, I'm Carrie Murphy. And in my last 20 years of being an on-camera host and CEO of Inspired Living, who cares? No one cares about that. Okay, so again, a little bit of a tangent there, but I think that's really useful for you to start with the why first. Always, always, always. The last thing I want to leave you with is, we've talked about getting over perfection, understanding who you're talking to, being consistent, having a strategy, understanding your brand is also important, but understanding the types of videos to grow your business are also important. So on Periscope, they're really all about building rapport, and because that's what you want to do. You always, always want to have a call to action at the end of your video. It could just be like it, share it, could be something very simple. But what you want to understand too is that yes, your videos are going to reach a lot of people, but if you don't have a strong call to action, you won't retain any of them. And just because someone likes you on Facebook or posts a comment on YouTube, that doesn't do anything to grow your business. What will grow your business is getting them onto your list. And that list is your greatest commodity. Facebook, Periscope, it could all be gone tomorrow. And yes, you've invested maybe thousands in building your likes, right? So you look like the expert that you are. But it is misleading because you could have a big following online and a very little list. So at the end of the day, you're not reaching and nurturing the people who need you. So, please have a call to action and get them to your list. Have a great free offer for them to join your community. Start a Facebook group. Gosh, don't get me started. I'll go on and on. I'll talk a lot more about this when I'm speaking at the conference on really how to become that go-to celebrity. But a lot of it is building your tribe and having a call to action. So very, very quickly here, I'm going to share with you the types of videos to grow your business. The first one is a positioning video. You have to have a video on the homepage of your website. You have to. It's going to convert so much higher, and you've spent so much time and money on building your website that you want to make sure it's converting for you. And a video is the best way to do that. And the positioning video is something that we can help you with as well when we work together, but that is the number one video I feel like any business needs. It's on the upper half of your website so people see it right away when they get there. The second type of video, and the one that's going to really grow your business, is personality. Share, I'm out all the time walking my baby on the strand, sharing, tip of the day or just speaking off the hip. That's great because people really get to know you that way. But you also want to have a strategy to those videos as well. People want to get to know you, not your business. People buy emotionally. So if you're only talking about your business and your success and all the great things that you do, people will admire you, but they won't relate to you. So share your personality with people. The next type of video, and the one you see so much online, is that promotional video. Buy my thing, which is great, but it's all how you show up in that presentation. But you need to be promoting. I know so many people that are just putting out content, but they never ask for the sale. They never ask for people to work with them. So you want to have great promotional videos. You can put those on your opt-in page, which will convert at least 75% better when you have a video. But we want to use promotional videos. I use the 80-20 rule. 80% really good content, 20% promotion. Okay, got to finish up here. Product videos. How you can reach more people and make more money? Share your genius. And you can do that through product videos, which is just like I'm doing now. I'm sharing content with you and you sell it online, right? Webinars, that sort of thing, product videos. And then proof, social proof videos. You want to make sure that you have other people tooting your horn as much as you are. And it sounds so much different when you watch someone else on camera talking about how amazing you are. So social proof videos. P is in the pudding. Proof. So those are the 5 types of videos to grow your business. Oh, that was a lot of content in a short amount of time, but I hope you understand truly how video can skyrocket your business and take you and your brand to all new heights. And so I hope I get to see you in person very soon. I do have a free gift for you. I do teach you how to create videos that sell without being salesy. Do it yourself, not big production. You can go to my website at inspiredliving.tv and you can see the free gift is right there for you. And I would love to welcome you into the Inspired Living community. We also have an amazing Facebook page. It's igniteyourItFactor.com. It's an actual Facebook group, no charge, just lots of content and a great community. And that tells me that I am done. I hope you have an amazing day. Don't forget this, that there will never ever be anyone else like you on the planet. And it's that thing in your belly, that draw to do more and be more, is because there is more. And to trust yourself, to trust your message, to continue to get the support like you have by being a part of Allison's amazing community. And just taking the next step. Don't worry about being perfect. Just get out there because people are looking for you. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.